Hey, Soul Family. Coach Amelia Adair here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking with me and supporting me. And if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to speak about timing. Okay, guys, this is very, 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 very important. Okay, this is one of the million things that you have to add to the list of just working on you and growing with you. And excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I had some coffee. I had a good lunch, by the way. Let me just start it off. So I'm feeling good because when you eat a good meal, it just does that to you. You know what I mean? You just be sitting there like, whoa, shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. So yeah, guys, timing is very important, and you want to come to a place of peace when you think about timing. Why? Because a lot of us will look at time and maybe feel like, we wasted time or we lost time or, maybe we're behind our time or maybe we're even too ahead of our time. So timing is important because you have to always be accepting to what time you're in. Okay? So for instance, say you look at the clock or you look at the calendar and you're like, whew, what have I been doing? Like, whew, I've been wasting time. So some of us will get angry with ourselves and say, we wasted time. I wasted time with this, or I wasted time with that, or I wasted time with this. And you never want to be at a place where you are upset about what you did with your time, okay? Because a lot of times we're in these circumstances because we're there to learn a lesson, okay? So when you start looking at the lesson that you get from mishaps, you start understanding that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. This was the lesson I needed so that I could move forward. Some of us are so ready to move forward, but we're not ready for the lessons that come along with that, okay? So, oh, guys, I got a great example for y'all so y'all can really understand, right? Say 5 years ago, right? You got into a disagreement about funds, so you feel like someone ripped you off. You feel like, you're just so angry, and in that moment you're so stressed, and in that moment you're just crying or you're yelling or you're arguing or you're screaming. You get what I'm saying? And then a week or 2 weeks later, a miracle happens where most times if you lost some money, you get it back. You know what I'm saying? So you get it back tenfold. And you're like, you sit there and you laugh at how mad you got because you're like, look at me getting all worked up, and who knew that I was going to get this bigger blessing? Okay? So now you got your lesson, okay? Then you got your blessing, right? And now here you are moving along your journey, and 5 years later, another mishap, okay? Someone got over on you. Somebody took something that necessarily belonged to you. Like you took a loss, right? But this time, okay, you learned your lesson from 5 years ago. So this time you don't even get upset. This time you've grown, you've matured. You've accepted what may or may not happen, So you take the loss as a grain of salt, and instead of arguing and going back and forth with an individual or a business or, anything, a family member, a friend, okay, this time you just say, okay, and you move on. You say, thank you, I appreciate it, and I'll see you later. And you save yourself the energy and frustration and anger and all of this unnecessary negative energy that you would normally feed yourself. You don't do that. Because this is just another lesson. This is just another loss. And this time I'm being tested. This time I'm being tested to see how is my reaction going to be. you know? So then after you get through that next, situation, you walk away and you feel lighter, and you say, you look at yourself and you realize, wow, look how I've grown over time. So you never really wasted that time. That time was needed so you can really, really see the difference in yourself. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, you grow, but a lot of people around you will stay the same. So as you growing, you have to always remember, not everyone is growing with you. Okay? So you have to be able to take control of you, your response, your energy. Okay? And you're not going to feed that negative. You're not going to feed no one that negative energy because they may have fed you negative energy. Okay? So I go through this time and time, guys, and every time it feels so good to just say, okay, to just let it be. Sometimes we don't let things be because we're trying to fight it the way we want it to be. We wanted the extra money. We wanted the refund. We wanted to be here. We wanted this many subscribers. We wanted this many likes. We wanted this number in our bank account. We wanted it now. But the world said, it's not your timing. Okay? It's time for you to pay attention right now. It's time for you to take the lesson. Okay? It's time for you to work on your response. Because someone's always going to be trying to get a negative response. But you got to always remember, you're a positive person. And no matter what someone else is trying to do to interrupt what you got going on. No, we're not doing that. Because, Bubba, negativity is a domino effect just like positivity. Right? So you focused on a bigger goal right now, but someone threw you a negative curveball, but you got to be able to swing that sword and hit that curveball right on back from where it came from. We're going to swing it right back, okay? We're going to swing it right back so that you could just continue to exude positivity and finish going where you got to go. Okay? Because soon as you hit negativity with negativity, you going to backfire a couple steps. You're going to get off track. You're going to get distracted. You're going to start thinking negative thoughts now. Because you was on a positive vibe, but that negative frequency came in and hit you, and then you caught it. No, we don't catch negative frequencies, baby. We duck, dive, and swing. Okay? We're going to swing it. We're going to move to the side. We're going to, you know what I mean? Can't catch me. Because I'm on a different pace. I'm on a different race. So I'm going to let you have that loss of mind. I'm going to let you have those funds. I'm going to let you take it. I'm going to just let you have it. I'm not even going to let you have it. Baby, I'm going to give it to you. That's what you do when someone is trying to, fight the battle of whose monies is it. Give it to them. If they want it, give it to them. Don't sit around and continue to try to take it. You get what I'm saying? The moment you continue to try to reach back in and take it, you fighting the wrong battle. So this takes practice, okay? This takes a lot of practice, and not to get too wrapped up on refunds and what we want. I want y'all to look at the bigger picture here. I want y'all to really see beyond what I'm saying. I want y'all to digest it, because it's going to make a lot more sense when you move forward in life. Okay? It makes so much more sense to me. And it makes a lot of difference. Okay? Because instead of you reacting in that negative way and arguing with that person and getting upset, you got to understand that person is receiving it. Okay? So if they receive your negativity, there they go. They're going to go pour out negativity. They're going to forget about all the good you did to focus on that one negative part. But when you hit them with a positive ball, there's no negative part about you. So now that person is going to go out and say, she terminated her lease short and walked away and things were smooth. I will rent to that person again. I will say good things about this person. So you gotta always remember that you don't want to cause any stress on your name. Okay, when people talk about you after you leave their presence, because people gonna talk about you. Okay, they're not gonna forget a negative experience, and they're not gonna forget a positive one either. Okay, so either way, they're gonna talk about you, and they might even compare you to another tenant. It may not be right at that very minute. It may even be 6 months down the line. But when they run into a tenant that argues with them, they gonna sit around and recall, wow, Amelia, talk about myself. Amelia, she just let it go. Why everybody can't let it go like her? You see, that's positivity spoken around your name. Instead, you see how the conversation is a shift. Instead of being a part of the problem, you become a solution to problems. You feeling me? So now the renter, and this is just an example, guys. They'll be like, they will be like, if it was in a negative term, or these people, then they would just put you in a flab of these people like this. You don't want to be included in that negative bowl of toxicity. You want to always make sure you outside of that toxic bowl. and why? Because all of that plays a role in everything you do. Things don't just disappear. Yeah, time flies and they move back, but things don't just vanish. Some of us think things just vanish. They don't. they there. So understand. I hope I didn't lose y'all. I just want y'all to really understand in that. Don't get so wrapped up and angry about time that has passed and it didn't have a positive effect. Because sometimes our negative effects follow us, because they don't disappear, follow us in our next lifetime. Not lifetime, but when you grow, then you in a different time in your life. You're gonna remember, oh, I ain't that angry person I used to be. I'm not sitting here fighting dollar for dollar with people. I'm not sitting here arguing with people even when things may not go my way. Okay, because I'm on a different time. So I remember the lesson I got from that time period. Now that I done moved on, I'ma act differently. And then from that point on, you just continue to grow. You never wanna do something that's gonna bring you back down. Nobody who wanna be down. We don't make money when we down. We make money when we up. You know what I mean? Millionaires is up here. We ain't even going. You gotta just laugh things off. In a serious, this it's called a playful laugh, a serious laugh, a crack up laugh. You ever do a little kick, you know what I mean? That's a little kick. You ever do a heavy one where you hold your stomach and your stomach muscles hurt, your cheeks hurt? It levels to laughs. Okay, you gotta have a disappointment laugh. You get what I mean? Like, dang, this did not go my way. Maybe it's a little chuck, but you still want to laugh and smile and bring positive energy to that situation, because you don't want to feed negativity. And negativity is always going to be knocking at your door. Okay? When you are a positive field, that negativity is drawn to you. Like, come on. But you got to just be strong. You got to just be like, you got to be like a field. You know what I mean? A force field that they can't even get through to you. Okay? You got to be. And then that, what goes around come around. That positive energy going to keep coming back around to you. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important for you to just be mindful and be accepting to what has been done, because we cannot change what has already happened. Okay? We cannot change what has already happened. All right? The most we can do is make better choices moving forward. Some of us, we get so stuck, right? We get to this point where we got a little bit of, and we want to run with it, run with it, run with it, run with it, run with it. When you going to just move? All right, you said what you had to say. You were stern. You gave it your best shot. This is the result. Some of us can never accept the result. Come on. I know I got to clap on that. You gave it your best shot. This is the result. What are you going to do now with the results that you have? Okay? We're going to break that down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Well, why not? Here you are, right? This is a broad example, okay? And I'm gonna say young. I'm gonna just drop down to 18, okay? So maybe you could either reflect, or maybe you 18 and you could, move forward, okay? Here you are, 18, right? Let's say, didn't graduate high school, right? 18, didn't graduate high school. Don't have a silver spoon, okay? Silver spoon meaning someone just hands you things. Like, hey, here's a car. Hey, here's an apartment. Hey, here's $5,000 to start your life. You don't have that silver spoon. You don't have that luxury, okay? And a lot of my subscribers, we on that same page. We don't have silver spoons, baby. We got to go in there and find the silver and then make spoons, okay? Okay. 18, didn't graduate college. No heavy skill. You tried this, you tried that. You worked at little jobs here and there, maybe fast food, maybe, this. All right. Here you are. Accept it. You see, it's not all positive and it's not all negative, but it is what it is, How can you take that? I'm using my hand because I don't want to lose y'all. I want y'all to stay sliced and diced with me, okay? Take that slice, okay? And move forward, okay? Don't sit here and be angry. Don't sit here and dwell. Don't sit here and blame. Don't sit here and cry. Don't sit here and lose it. Don't lose it, okay? Take what you got, right? And take your lemons, in other words, and find you some sugar, find you a picture, metaphor, find you a lemonade sign, metaphor, and baby, sell you some lemonade. All right? So, you in high school, you aged out, all right, GED, right? We're going to just get us a GED. It's just as good. There's colleges that accept GEDs. Then we're going to get us some books. We're going to get us a tutor. We're going to pass that GED. And in that process, right, while you're working on that goal, we're going to try some potential jobs, okay? So I've tried nursing. Let me work at a nurse office. I like the car dealership. Let me be a receptionist at the car dealership and see what's going on. I like hair salons. Let me be a receptionist at the hair salon. You get what I'm going at? I'm gonna be a little receptionist somewhere that I know I might want to squeeze in. Okay, you don't like it there? Give it 6 months. I've seen what they do. I don't know if I could do that. So I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to give this another 6 months. And guess what? You 18 or whatever age you are, because age is nothing but a number. But you're not in a rush, is what I'm trying to say. You got time to try and fill as many avenues as you please. And the more avenues you fill, okay, the better chances you have at picking something that you love, okay? But when you try to rush and let me just do this, let me just do that, let me just do this, then you're gonna get stuck in a field that you hate, you dread, And there go that misery domino effect. So that's why it's important for you to accept time, for one, because you're going to just accept where you at this point. Okay? And then you're going to start to plan and set goals that are realistic in your vision field, in your age range, your where you live or where you want to live. The sky's the limit. I mean that not cold heart. Why do I keep wanting to say cold heartedly? Because that's a bad thing, right? But I mean it with all my heart. I really do. You got to take your time and stop peeking over. A lot of us like to cheat on tests. We don't even want to trust our judgment. We're going to just peek at our neighbors, see what they doing. You see what they got. Take a little bit from everybody and pray you pass. No. Look at your paper. Keep your eyes on your paper. Come on, Lord. Keep your eyes on your paper. Look at what you have to offer. Look at your resources. Look at your skill set. And look at where you really see yourself going. Because you might like choice A and your neighbor might like choice B. Snap my little nail over here. Your neighbor might like choice B. So you're going to try to pick choice B because they pick choice B. They might not even know what they doing. They might not even like choice B. They might just be doing it for the money. They might be fronting. You don't know. But what you do know is what you got going on. Okay? For certain. You certainly know what you have going on. So if you know for a fact what you got going on, why risk what they got going on? Because 9 times out of 10, they study 5 minutes before class. They don't know if they going left or right. They circled in the question so slowly, it looked perfect, and they colored it in all cute. When we used to take the test, they used to have little circles, and you had to squiggle it in. They done circled it in all neat. So you like, oh, look how neat. I done erased. You got eraser marks on yours. You got X's and whatever. But yours might be more correct than it. Yeah, they fill out sheet looks nicer. It looked good. Metaphor. Come on, y'all. Y'all better be metaphoric listening to me. Because that's a good one. This might be all nice and filled out. Their name is nice. You don't even got your name on your top. You done just put a letter. They got the date. They got it all dressed and pretty. Right? So here we go, right? You handing your test. You a little nervous, but you like, I'm handing it. They hand theirs in. You don't even know what expression they got on their face, right? Then they get their test back. It's a couple days later, maybe even a couple years later. Metaphor, right? A couple years later, a couple days later, you get that test results back. They get their test results back, and you look over. You like, let me see what they got. Because you've been peeking. You know what I mean? So you see your test grade, and then you see their test grade, and at that moment. Right? At that very moment when you peek over, you realize they failed their test. They done got all the answers wrong. And you look at you had a couple eraser marks and X's and O's and missed questions, but you passed. Okay? And you passed because you trusted your judgment. Where they failed because who knows? Who knows? So you don't want to ever waste your time comparing what other people got, then looking at yourself, feel like you fell short when you was ahead the whole time. But they made it look good. So sometimes people make things look good, and now got you insecure because you comparing what you're not supposed to be doing, and you know what I mean? You wasting time looking over there. when the whole time you got the answers. It's your path. Y'all not on the same path. They could be going through a journey where they making their mistakes, where you may have made your mistakes. So y'all on two different parts of a path. They still in chapter 1, you on chapter 5. If you on chapter 5, you can't be looking back at chapter 1. Come on. If you up to chapter 5 and you got a book report due at the end of the week, is you gonna read chapter 1 or you gonna read chapter 6? You can't be looking back because you don't know what chapter someone else is on. All you know is what page you on. So stop focusing on everybody else. Stop looking for something to be wrong. Stop comparing time and age and all this assets. Okay, well, she got 3 cars and I got 2. I got a 2-bedroom. She has a 5-bedroom. Because you could have a 2-bedroom, but yours could be owned, and they say they're in a 5-bedroom, and it could be rented. Because they in a renting process. They in chapter 1, and you in chapter 5. So you can't be looking back, looking over, trying to compare, contrast. You don't know what chapter someone else is on. Age ain't nothing but a number. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. Come on. If you hear me, drop a comment. Come on. Whew. It's getting hot. I got it warm. Whew. Gotta block a little bit. Okay. Don't worry about things that already happened. Don't worry about things you cannot change, things you cannot control. Don't worry about that negative voice that keep trying to tell you about your past. Don't worry about chapter 1, because you done made it to chapter 5, and now you got to get on to chapter 6. Okay, metaphor. And there's so much more ahead. Okay, infinity, chapter 20, chapter 30. There's so much more ahead that is bigger and greater than the little trips and dips you took. Cause think about it. If you got through all that and you still got, your mind and your limbs, or maybe you don't have all your limbs, but you got enough limbs. All right. Take what you got and move on. Come on. Think about it like an amusement park. You get on that ride, you get on that line, then you get on the ride, and you may come back to that ride again, but you've never been to this park, so you want to try all the rides, So you're going to move on to another ride. It's time to get on the next ride. Get off one roller coaster, let's get on another one. This one might take us through Ice Cream Land, because that one took us through the Dragon Land, So let's get on the ice cream ride, because I want to see some new flavors, okay? So get off that dragon ride. Get off that merry-go-round and come on to Candy Land. You know what I mean? Go to the water park. Go splish. Go splash. Splish splash in my check. Go on to Hershey Park. You know what I mean? Stop just doing the one little thing. It's so much more you can do. It's so much more you can do than sit around and be worried about what you did. All right. Yeah, I'm done. I think y'all get me. I'm done. That's the done face. I'm done. Okay? If you didn't get it by now, baby, watch this video twice. Rewind this video one more time, because you missed it. You know how I know you missed it? Because I done said something and you sitting there with your jaw open. Close it. I know you're sitting there with that jaw open. Close it, okay, and watch it one more time so you could catch the next thing that came right after that. Cause I was hitting y'all. Okay, go catch that. Go get on that ride again. Come on, get on this video again. Rewatch that, cause I know you felt it. I know you hear me now. Okay, if you didn't hear me then, you'll hear me now. And if you made it here, you're gonna be a millionaire. Okay, cause not everybody sit around and take notes. Everybody in a rush, but you not. You said, let me take my time and hear what Coach Amelia got to say for me today. Okay, cause she don't come to play. She comes for real. And that's the deal. All right, y'all. I'm so happy for y'all. I really am. I'm happy for growth, love, prosperity. All right, and if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell, because you surely don't want to miss the next message I got for you. All right, soul family, take care of yourself, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.